Transgenerational conversation will be taking place. Now that will be taking place from 7:30 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. And of course, since morning we've been speaking to Busia County area residents just to understand what are some of the challenges that they face and what are some of the issues that they would like addressed so that we can have a cohesive nation. And of course, we know that Busia County is a border town, meaning that there's a lot of business activities that are taking place between Kenyans and Ugandans. And of course, we would like to understand how that happens and of course the challenges that the business people face in this area. And right now I'm joined by Florence Atieno, who is the national chairperson of the Cross-Border Women. Thank you so much for joining us. Maybe you can tell us briefly what it is that you do.
Okay, I'm the national chair of Women Cross-Border Traders in Busia and also entire country, and also a business lady, exporter and importer. So I'm doing cross-border trade with my fellow traders, women, and we have a group who are established in Busia here and also in different border. We are trying to transform women in formal to formal trade so they can use the normal routes instead of using panya routes. That is what we are doing. That is what made us to come together so we can educate and sensitize women to do to formalize their trade. Another thing what I can say that cross-border trade is a very important trade because that is the economic backbone. We are the one who paying tax every day. So we want our government to recognize cross-border trade as a formal trade that where we can be brought together and be educated how we can about border procedure and customs union and also African continental free trade area, so we can penetrate African country trade. Still, we have non-tariff barrier where we are facing. Right now, we have traders who are dealing with the fish from Lake Turkana to DRC. We have so many challenges because we have some wrangles with the Uganda country. We don't have peace because that is why we sometimes we have critical in that trade. And also those people who are dealing in cereals, we want to educate them how to post-harvesting, how they can handle their cereals from the farming to the market. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. And I'll be right now engaging one of the traders. Utajiunga tu nasi hapa kidogo, utueleze jina lako, unafanya biashara ipi, na pengine kwa kifupi changamoto ambazo mnakumbana nazo mnapofanya biashara humu nchini na pia nje ya nchi.
Kwa majina ni Rosbella Koth. Mimi nafanya biashara wa cereals hapa Busia, Posta, soko Posta. Lakini tunafanya hii biashara changamoto nianze na changamoto sana changamoto yenye tuko nayo kwa hii biashara ni wale tukienda kuleta vitu kama upande wa Uganda, saa zingine tunapata kama wameweka mamawe ndani ya hizo cereals zetu. Ukipima sasa kilo wanasema kilo imefika, lakini ukikuja ukimwaga chini unapata ni mchanga ndio nyiko imewekewa. Pia tuna changamoto zingine yenye tulikuwa bayani kule nyuma hatukuwa tumejua, lakini saa hii tumeshajua. Kitambo tulikuwa tunapita panya routes, lakini kwa sasa tunapita custom kwa sababu kuna original certificate yenye tunaweza tumia, tunapita tu custom direct. Na tunafurahia kazi yetu, hii kazi yetu ndio inatulisha. Yeah.
Asante sana. Kwa maoni yako pia nitaungana na mfanyabiashara mwingine ambaye atatueleza tu jina lako kwa kifupi na changamoto ambazo pengine unakumbana nazo wakati unapofanya hii biashara.
Kwa majina Maso Wanjiko Mogo wa Budi, nikiwa mmoja wa mfanyi biashara hapa Busia ya cereals. Na changamoto moja tunapata sana ni vile sisi wa mama bado tunajiita small traders. Lakini sasa ile changamoto tuko nayo ni vile mimi naenda nanunua yangu kidogo, mwingine yake kidogo. Saa zingine tunadanganywa kwa bei, tunanyang'anywa vitu kwa sababu saa zingine wenye wanatuletea hawapitii kwa zile njia zinastahili. Sasa tungeomba na ile lengo letu tuko nayo saa hii ni tuungane pamoja, tufanye corrective bargaining na tufanye corrective selling ndio tuweze kujiinua kuliko kila mtu aenda nunua yake kidogo kidogo. Vile tumeungana sasa, hiyo ndio mpangilio tuko nayo, tuanze kuuza pamoja, kununua pamoja. Halafu tununue vitu yenye equal quality. Tuache kudanganywa na kununua vitu yenye sio quality sababu haitupatii faida yenye inaweza kutiinua. Kwa aya.
Asante sana. Now, those are just some of the business people, the cross-border, the traders. And they're just telling us about some of the challenges that they face and, of course, some of the initiatives that they have put in place to ensure that they continue operating in a manner that gives them profits and, of course, they remain safe. Right now, I'd like to hand it to my colleague, Abdiaziz Hashim, who is also on the other end. Abdiaziz.
Well, thank you so much. That is our very own Nancy Okwara there in our very halls of the Farmview Hotel, where we'll play to the 4th edition of the Transgenerational Conversation. Now, given that, Okwara, you have talked to the traders as well as representatives from Busia County, let's get to hear from key partners who are the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, as well as currently where we at the County Commissioner's office. You do know that this particular conversation has been necessitated not only through the NCIC offices, but key partners like Ngao and the county governments that are currently hosting this particular edition. Now, given that this is the 4th one, the journey started all the way from Marsabit, went to the capital, to the lakeside city of Kisumu. Now we are here at the border town of Busia County, getting to hear how these people will react to the conversations here. A lot of issues have been coming up from this particular conversation, but right now I want to interact with the Deputy County Commissioner, who is also currently the Acting County Commissioner of Busia, that is Mr. Solomon Jesut. Mr. Solomon, kindly join us here on KBC Channel 1. Thank you, sir, for making time for us. But the key question here is, how critical has Ngao officers such as yourself played to ensure that there is peace not only in Busia but the country at large?
Thank you very much, reporter from KBC. Ngao is the main coordinating body in terms of security in our country, and specifically here in Busia, we are very grateful because our work has been very visible. Given that this is one of the busiest border points, we have the busiest border points in Kenya, one in Busia and in Malaba. So our teams on the ground doing very good work in collaboration with the multi-agency team from KRA and other teams, to make sure that this border is safe. Yes.
Thank you so much, DCC. And of course, we'll interact with the DCC this evening. Let me get also the voice of the NCIC Director of Investigations and Compliance, that is Mr. James Wanyande, to tell us more. What will be different in Busia? We witnessed it in Marsabit, in Kisumu, Nairobi. What will be different in Busia?
Thank you, Abdi. Busia will be different in that it is a border town. And so we have another country on the other side. So it's important to hear the voices of the people who have a country, a different country that's bordering them. But as you mentioned, Abdi, this is the 4th conversation that we're having. The first was in Marsabit, and then in Nairobi, Kisumu, and now Busia. So the Commission is giving the youth, the different generations, a platform to be able to air different grievances that they may have, to be able to share the different perspectives that they have, to be able to solve the different challenges that are facing the country. So that is why we're here in Busia today. Thank you, Abi. Yes.
Thank you so much. And of course, you have gotten to hear from the DCC as well as the NCIC Director. They'll be joining us later on for that particular conversation. I know that we're running out of time. I want to hand you over to my colleague Kiptum. But remember, all our viewers, at exactly 7:30 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. this conversation will be happening, of course, courtesy of the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, in partnership with the Korean International Cooperation Agency, as well as the United Nations Development Program, and also key stakeholders such as the county government of Busia.